I am back from the dead. I know I've been gone for a while, and there's there's a reason for that. I know nobody's in here, but that doesn't work every time. You're joking. And my crafting table? Hey, at least you didn't blow this up. That's the only thing that matters. Chat rate 1? Who is in here? I'm sure nobody would be in here, right? I know nobody watches my stream. There's 0 people. Yeah. Why does it say the chat rate is 1? Who would watch me? I'm not that interesting. Yeah, it got back down to 0. It's like, if I could be honest, it's like the same people get popular over and over. It's like the same types of people get popular, and it's getting a little bit boring. Why'd I do that? I forgot I could do that. I'm not going to do it. Says there's 1 person, but there isn't. Don't have any iron. Oh, yes I do. One concurrent viewer. 0. And as and then the same people over and over just start, they get famous and they let it get to their head So they do something that a lot of other people would hate. Like, for example, a lot of YouTubers I can like hated on and crap all because they did something that it's like Mr. Beast. I don't know if he's doing too well. It's like they let the fame get to their head, and then what happens is they start becoming rude. Some. And then they start being rude to their fans, and then that's when they. As I was saying, and then that's where all the drama comes in, and then they just quit. Oh wow. I totally want disc 13. But I think sometimes it's also the fans that like, if they don't post for like a day, they start like going after them. Then, and then the person can't take it, and then they quit. Because so many people are like harassing them just because they didn't do something they wanted. 2 views. And then what happens is the fans start to get mad because they caused it and they don't want to admit it. Who viewed my stream? I'm just wondering, because usually nobody does. I'd be surprised if anyone did. But seriously. Um, yeah, a lot of influencers let things like get to their head, or the fans cause it and cause them to like get stressed out and overwhelmed because a lot of people can't leave famous people alone in public, especially because when you're like, I haven't, I don't have any experience, but like when you're like famous and you go to the mall or something, a lot of people just start like surrounding you because um because you're famous and they want to like brag about that they saw you at like a mall or something, and then that starts to become a trend and it overwhelms the influencer and they don't want to go out in public anymore and they just want other people to do it. So it's kind of the fans that cause it. Watch, if I say this and then some influencer just like stops again, all because they're too famous, it's gonna be wild. because I just took a break. I didn't quit. I just took a break. Yeah, some fans will go like really far just to either meet them or make their life a living hell. But yeah, influencers don't get any time to themselves. But we don't really think about that, and we only think about the fact that they're famous and we want to be like them, but there's dark sides, or there's cons to if you want to be an influencer or not. And from what I've heard, I don't think you do. Because it makes you get doxxed. Like, some people go as far as to making like a Discord server with a bunch of people like tracking your location in real time. It's so bad, and I hope if I blow up, I really hope that oh my god, that it doesn't happen to me, because I just don't want that to happen. I don't want people showing up to my house, or like I've heard about streamers getting like raided by a SWAT team. Who would do that? Honestly, who would do that? I don't think anyone would do that. Except for like, I don't know, a Karen? I don't know. Some psychopath? I know some people will go as far as to like killing their favorite celebrity or something, because that's happened before. There's a lot of fears when you become like a celebrity, or like a famous YouTuber, because then whatever you say, like your reputation matters, because you could lose your life instantly. I'm not like dying, but like you you can like, I don't know how to say it. Your life can like plummet if you say anything. If you do anything. Except if you're a big company. But oh, what am I doing? But yeah, if you're like a big company, your reputation, it still matters, but it's like, I don't know. It still matters, but you can recover from it quickly. But as to one single person, they can't, because they're defenseless. Like, well, not really. But if someone like not as popular blows up and they don't know what to do and they say something they regret, they're not gonna have a good time, because then they can't defend themselves, or they like get accused of something, then um they're like defenseless, and that's when their whole career just shuts down. It's sad that people keep getting accused of something they didn't do, and people think it's funny, and then they ruin someone's life over something that they didn't like, or end someone's life over something they didn't like, which is unfortunately very common, and I don't like that. So I'm being brutally honest about why I don't really like blowing up. Not like if a bomb was strapped to me, but like blowing up like viral. Cause it just seems scary. Cause you gotta watch behind your back all the time. I could probably ask a celebrity right now, and they would say they like it, but they kind of don't, because then they feel like they're being constantly watched, and people are like stalking them or something, all because all because they're famous. And I feel like that happens a lot. Probably happens to everyone. Everyone that's famous probably just gets like stalked or something, and that's not acceptable. Because you're supposed to respect them and not invade their privacy. So, an example would be like streamers. Some streamers get like doxxed because some fans go that far just to reveal their location so they could go there and like I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't know what they do, but they just reveal their location to other people for no specific reason, and it's sad that that happens. Like us as a humanity has just crumbled, or society has just crumbled. It all just caved in. We gave in to our like intrusive thoughts, and people act on those. People get killed, people get shot, I don't know. Sometimes people get shot over nothing. They just do it for fun, I guess. Jeez, what's your problem? What was that? Stupid. But yeah, a lot of people, like what that wolf just did, jumped off with other people. So stupid. Okay. And then they realize what they did, and it's too late. Wait, what? But yeah, people just give in to their thoughts, and then some bad happens. And then it gets on the news, and then other people criticize it. And then some of those people that criticize it also do something. So it's kind of like ironic that people act on their own thoughts, and then the people that criticize it act on their thoughts too. Better not jump off again. And this can happen anywhere. It's like, yeah, that's why I'm afraid to be famous. Everybody is. But some people aren't, and they just want attention. But they don't think about what happens if you do get attention. Your reputation. It's gonna jump off again. Nope. Okay. Yeah, your reputation, you have to be very careful with it. I mean, you do what you want, but I wouldn't really recommend getting famous because it can sometimes ruin someone's life if they're not careful. Because if you have an audience, it could ruin your audience. Know what I'm saying? No, what the hell? Excuse my language, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I kind of do. But yeah, sometimes people could like that's suspicious gravel, but I don't have any. I don't have a brush. It requires a feather, a stick, and copper. I think. Don't don't quote me on that. But still, I'm afraid to blow up or like become viral. Why do I keep saying blow up? Yeah, I'm afraid to go viral. A lot of people are. Where did the third one go? Oh well. But yeah, I'm just afraid to go viral. Because if you say anything to anyone and they do something about it, that could spread across the entire world and then they could go against you and just start like accusing you of things you didn't do. And that could end very badly. Like, you could get too overwhelmed and it could end in something tragic that nobody wants to see or hear about. I know I don't have an audience right now, but if you ever do watch like what's it called? It was Demand something. Oh, video on what is this? If you ever watch this like recap or replay, I don't know. And I'm just telling you now, if you want to become famous, I would be careful because not like I have any experience with anything, but it's just oh, I still have to keep this separated from that creeper. But it's like if you say anything or like mess up, then what happens is you get the consequences. Or if you do something on accident, then you do get the consequences. Like, for example, if I just killed a bunch of these cows, then I would probably I'd probably get shamed for what the yeah, I'd probably get shamed for it and then what happens is someone like spreads a rumor and then that rumor goes everywhere and then people start to think differently of you, especially your friends, because if you have like mutual friends or something that like know you really well, they would probably start to think differently and think that you lied about what your interests were. It's like I don't know if I want to become famous. I know I've said that a bunch. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, becoming famous isn't a very good idea for anyone. Especially if you become like a CEO or something. You have to keep your company like... You have to keep your company... Oh my god. You have to keep your company like... together. Like you can't let it fall apart. And you can't do anything that impacts your stock. Like, for example, what Roblox just did. What I'm gonna say is kind of controversial, but what Roblox just did impacted their stocks. I don't know, somehow they just recovered. I don't know. And then their stocks dropped like $1 billion or something. So, yeah. And then if you like... Oh my god. That's your fault. You're going down with me. Your fault. But yeah, if you do anything that affects your stocks, it could put like a different perspective on your business, and could like... I can't hear. And could like... Have you guys... Did I not have the volume on? Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Capture audio. Oh, not desktop audio. But yeah. If you do anything that like impacts your business. Hello? Wait, it's working now. What? I don't get it. Why was it not working earlier, but now it's working? I don't get it. What is... Oh, okay. Yeah, if you... Where would I leave off? Oh my... This is why I gotta pay attention. Yeah, if you do anything that like impacts your business, it could put a different perspective on your business and can make it seem shady. But like bigger companies like Apple do very like shady business things and nobody questions it. That's the like... It's because Apple is so like... Ugh, I don't know how to say it. It's because they're so popular that they can just recover instantly. Same with like any other company. They could like recover instantly from whatever they do. And that's the sad part, is we just accept what happens. And we don't do anything about it. Most of us. And the people that actually do something about what happens, I respect them. Okay, can I please get out of this? Can I please get out of this? Can I please get out of this? Okay. But yeah, I respect whoever does stand up for other people. Because most better not. Yeah, most people just sit there and watch. What are you doing? I can't do nothing now. Oh my god, yeah. No, I don't want... Tried to save him, but it didn't work. Oh my god. I could have just broken the block. But yeah, like... There's two audios going at the same time. So I'm just gonna mute the desktop audio. I'm so sorry. But yeah, like... There's some streamers let like popularity get to their head, and then they just... I need more torches. Yeah, a lot of like popular influencers just let it get to their head, and then some bad happens that they do, and then they like get their life just ruined. Which is why I'm kind of scared to become an influencer, because if something... Because if I do anything, like right now, if I do something like to my audience, or like I say something that they don't like, which is kind of a variety, it could impact like what they think of me, just like normal people. You better not attack me. But yeah, it could impact like what people think. And then something happens. And then like, oh my god, what am I saying? Yeah, something happens. And then you just get like smoked for nothing. What am I saying? You get like smoked by other people or your audience, and then once people figure it out, the people that know you in your local area will start to think differently of you and avoid you because they think you're mean or something. And then what happens is you get like depressed or something. And then it gets worse. And then it gets worse. Until like you do something that you deeply regret. And you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm afraid to become like an influencer. I'm afraid that I'm like... that one day I'm gonna say something because I let something get to my head. And I just like snap or something. Because for the most part, I'm pretty chill. But sometimes, and it's normal for people to like get mad. Of course it is. And yeah, you know, you probably don't know what I'm saying because I'm just talking. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes famous companies or people just let the fame get to their head, and then they do something they regret, and then that's how a career ends. 'Cause, and then the other side is the fans causing the problem, because either they're way too obsessed with like what influencer they like, and then they become like, what are you doing? And then they become like way too comfortable with them as an audience member, and they start either stalking them or like going to their house and like finding out she's and like going with like to where they live. And then streamers that like show their face, or like YouTubers that show their face, they like they get made fun of sometimes because some people just have no mercy, or they don't think. And then what happens is someone looks like them, and then a SWAT team comes in. I don't know. And then faceless YouTubers, sometimes their friends leak their face on the internet for fun, I guess. And then their career ends because, I don't know, people just... Oh my god. Just people in general, just... Sometimes they're just ruthless. And I'm sure most people would make fun of the faceless YouTuber because he never shows his face for a reason. Either to protect his identity or just to not get made fun of. Or let me say that again. To protect their identity or to just not get made fun of. So a lot of YouTubers do that. They don't do a face reveal at all. Because they don't want to. Because they feel like they're just gonna get made fun of. And half the time that's true. Faceless YouTubers show their face like Dream, and then they just get made fun of. And then they just stop posting. It's... Okay. Okay, I didn't do nothing. That was an accident, you in the way. But yeah, look. I guess I deserve that. But yeah, like, some YouTubers just can't take it, and then they just quit posting. It's not like you should worry about them not posting as much, but if they're like not posting for like a while, you should get concerned. Cause they haven't posted for like 2 years, and they're not active on any platform, then you should be concerned. And not be concerned when they don't post for 1 day. What happened to all the cows? What did you do? But yeah, what happens is some people just get like obliterated, all because they did something that people didn't like. But sometimes when people do something that is completely fine, people still find a way to just bully them for it. And then we still have the First Amendment. I don't know why people think it just doesn't exist. So the First Amendment doesn't really do anything. I guess when you're like in legal trouble, I guess it does do something, but for the most part, it doesn't really do anything because people just don't care. They just don't think before they do. They don't think about anything. People just do it without thinking, and then something happens. I'm just repeating what I said. I'm gonna talk about something else. I don't know what to talk about. Well, there's nobody watching me, so... I saw a post where someone said they deleted their son's 8-year hardcore world. I mean, I think 8-year. Over bad grades. Like, who does that? To be honest. Oh no. Let's just ignore that. But yeah. They deleted their son's 8-year-old what the hell? Minecraft hardcore. What is wrong with me? Hardcore Minecraft world because of bad grades. Like, that doesn't mean you can delete your son's Minecraft hardcore world all because you got bad grades. Just, I'm gonna pull up that site I found it on. Yeah, that doesn't mean you should delete your son's 8-year-old hardcore world. Imagine you build a house that took you like 8 years. And then what happens is you have a new neighbor. But yeah, imagine you build a house and your neighbor comes over. He says it's a nice house. And then the next day you come home and it's just burnt down and just gone. So, I'm sure you would be pretty mad. I'm sure a lot of people would be pretty mad. So, just think of it as like your son. Because you don't do that. Unless they did something really bad. Like they killed someone. Because that's really bad to do. At all, actually. You shouldn't do that. It's like the worst thing. Just ground them. Don't delete their world. That's not a thing you should do. Don't delete their world. I shouldn't be reading these. I mean, if he's like ignoring you, like he doesn't want to help out or anything, then you could delete it. Actually, you could just ground him. You don't need to, like, delete his world. Why? Oh my god.